Hi, I'm Rob. I have brick and mouth syndrome, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. You can probably tell by the fact I'm sitting down for once, and the angle's probably a bit weird. So, as much as I hate to admit it, the festive season is upon us. That often means buying people things that you don't particularly want to buy, and just buying tat in general. Really, it kind of sucks. But it is what it is. It's that time of year where we're all forced to pretend you love everyone and buy them things that you probably can't afford, thanks to the whole financial problems that everyone's having this time of year, and in general thanks to governments that are shit. So, I wanted to have a look at what sort of things you could get that are rock and metal related, and download related especially, that were festive, that were presents and things you could get. And I'm probably not going to buy any of this fucking shit, but I want to break it down, have a nice look at it, and see if any of it was actually worth it, or if it was just a clear cash grab, money grab at everything. So, as I'm predominantly a Download Festival channel, I wanted to have a look at Download Festival stuff first. So let's have a look at it. It's not great. Let's look at this. We've got 4, 8, 12, some of them don't count as Christmas presents already, 16 items? 16 items on there. And they are honestly not great. So we'll go back up to the top. First time I've tried using this recording setup, so apologies if this is completely jank. But they've got one design they're pushing, this snowflake t-shirt design, and I'm not very impressed with it. Let's have a look at the back of the main t-shirt. I'm not a massive fan of t-shirts with designs on the back, and that just feels like a cop-out. It doesn't cover the whole thing, and there's not really that much there to it. I'm assuming the hoodie is going to be very similar, exactly the same. That's not great. And the bag doesn't show you the other side, so I'm assuming that's double-sided. I don't want to click into these and waste your guys' time anymore, but I'm assuming it's double-sided. Now, the Merry Christmas t-shirt. That's one design, 2 colour print, so relatively cheap to print, and they're asking £25 for it. That is a complete cop-out. 4 items so far download related, and they're all shit. The Christmas pin badge, honestly, it just doesn't look very good. Could be metal, could be plastic on a metal pin, I don't know. The Santa dog plush is the reskin of their standard dog plush. I don't think it's that good, but hey. I mean, when they released the COVID edition of the Download Dog, he just had the winter jumper on and they stuck a cheap little mask on it. I don't think it's a good idea for anyone to have bought that, but they did. Wow, one of these items is already actually sold out. The rocking Christmas dress. That is fucking ugly. 35 quid for something that fucking ugly. If it's an irony thing, fair enough, but I do not believe that is actually any good. There's nunchucks, no, not nunchucks, little swords, Reindeer, rocking Christmas. I get that these things are supposed to be ugly, but there comes a point when taste and decency's got to kick in, and you just got to say no to it. Slippers are the standard slippers they have at every event that come out every year. Download 20th anniversary knit blanket. That's overstock from this year's festival, and I'm not surprised they're still trying to sell it. And it's £75 fucking pounds. Not good. The rocking Christmas knitted jumper. Honestly, I still think that design is hot garbage. And that looks even worse when someone's wearing it. That is not very good. The metal logo bauble. These are a thing that I've been spotting pop up on other sites I've checked. Shock horror, I've actually done research for one of these videos. These little bit of metal on some string or chain, and that's a bauble. I think £4 that's a rip-off, and I think the original £10 it was again a massive rip-off. Festive scarf. That same scarf that dude's wearing. She's wearing the same jumper. £8 down from 15. Feels like things that they've made previous years that just haven't sold very well. 3D Totem Tankard. Oh wow, that is again overstock from this year's event. That 35 quid for a cup. Really not that good either. Red and black knit blanket. Overstock from the event. Not that great. Festive beanie. Slight tweak on the beanie from the year's event. And just doesn't seem that good. This bag is horrible. Bad Santa sack. That doesn't feel like it's worth £5 at all. Now, with the blankets, I can understand if they're genuinely knitted blankets, the cost being that high, because they have to be made somehow, and even if it's by machine, it's a lot of like wool that goes into it. It's a lot of material, so it does make sense that they'd have to cost a fair amount. They'd have to be programmed, designed, all that stuff. But the fact they're selling things that 1, 2, 3, 4 items that are not really Christmassy in their Christmas lot, that's not very good. I think that is genuinely a really shit showing they've got on there, and I'm quite disappointed with it. So, what if, like me, you're stuck doing the festive season and you're not really that into festive shit, because honestly this stuff's fucking awful. Well, lucky for you, they still have some of their Halloween stock in. Here we go. Now, I don't think this is very good either. Obviously, if you want to buy someone something Download Festival related that isn't the same shit they pump out every year for the event, then this is probably a better option. The Ghost t-shirt, I'm assuming there's a back print on that, but I'll never be able to know. The pin is not worth £15. The mug is possibly the only thing on here that I think would be worth buying. But I'm not massively a fan of the 3D shaped mugs. And that t-shirt seems like quite a bad design again. It's nice that they don't have a bunch of shit on the back, but the shit they have on the front doesn't scream £30 at me, which is a shame. But hey, all in all, if you want to buy anything Download related for Christmas, buy something Halloween related instead. I would say most people who go to Download probably want the pumpkin themed mug, or I just hang out with weird people. Who knows? It's an interesting time for these companies to start shilling their stuff, and it kind of feels like a massive cop-out that they do this. I get it. It's just after money. That's all it is really at the end of the day. They're just after money. So what other things are there actually about? I suppose there's good old EMP. And there is always good old EMP if you want something not specifically Download related. These guys again curate themselves as a sort of alternative music and lifestyle brand, I suppose. They have their own stuff they push out, so they must be a brand. And obviously they have their Christmas stuff on there. Ugly Christmas jumpers, t-shirts, advent calendars, bit late for advent calendars, Christmas baubles. I don't know why baubles are a big thing this year. I've never understood them. And then we've got different price ranges of things. Secret Santa, small presents, medium and big budget. I'm assuming it would all go up in value there. And what else do we have here? Gift cards for when there's such shit you don't want to be to blame for what they've got. And the gift sets. I've had a look through a few of these already, and I think they're fucking trash. If you just go straight down into it, none of this is screaming rock and metal straight away. I understand it. Nerd culture crosses over a lot, and well, there we go. Well, you know, I'm a massive fucking nerd here, so I'm not too against it. But when the first thing you get is a Rammstein holiday sweater for 2020 that still costs £61, and their winter jacket that is $159.99. This is their default listings as well, the default order they've got this in. I think there's something wrong there. But I'm not a massive fan of EMP anyway. So let's have a look closer at the ugly sweaters they've got. Obviously, these are the ones on the default listing. Again, I'm not changing how they're arranged or organised. I simply can't be bothered. I want to see what anyone would see going into this. And I'm genuinely not impressed with what I'm seeing. Motorhead jumper, first music related one. Merry fucking Christmas. Fair, I suppose. But I don't know if Lemmy will be rolling his grave at that one. At least they're the 2023 jumpers I'm seeing here. Same with the AC/DC one, £70 for it. Bit much. I get they're supposed to be ugly, but they're fucking shit. I suppose it's at least musically related because it'd be Hell's Bells that it's referencing. Rammstein, again, they really are good at plugging their merch, but I do think that is all they are these days. Over onto Slayer, that feels like a cop-out. Metallica, normally quite bad for shilling merch. And Metal Up Your X-Mass, yes, that is quite bad. The Slipknot jumper, that, I suppose it's at least themed well with the Slipknot style, but again, I just don't think these are very good. Kiss, awesome. Merry Kiss-Mass. Wow. Don't understand why all these bands want to shill this shit out. A Ghost jumper, great. Spooky Beach Boys have got a shitty jumper. Powerwolf, I suppose it's fitting with the Powerwolf theme and the sound. Electric Callboy, I don't care about enough. Moving on. Black Sabbath is again lazy. Iron Maiden, Strange in a Strange Land. I suppose it's at least sort of related to an album. And there's Basic Eddie, yeah, sure, fine. I don't want to go through too many of these because obviously I have no enthusiasm about these whatsoever. I just wanted to look at them for the sheer comedy value. G&R one, that is fucking terrible, but at least it's 32% off. So let's have a look now at these baubles. I do not understand why they've become such a craze this year, but they really have. Now there we go, Metallica Metallica and Motorhead straight off the bat there. They are not particularly great. I don't see why you'd want to spend $23.99 on one little trinket to go up on a tree that sits in your house for a month before getting hidden away again. Same with the Slayer one, but I suppose that at least looks like an album cover. What other trash do they have here? These are not very good. Nearly didn't even see that one. Trooper. So it's essentially a flat 3D one. Flat 3D? Oh, you know what I mean. There's Ace of Spades. Let me guess, this is going to be like the ones... No, it's not like the ones from the download lot. It's like the Iron Maiden one again. I just don't see the point. At least that one's only $7.99. Really just... It's just shit for shit's sake. It really is. Wow. At least there wasn't much there for me to go through. Fuck that, I'm never looking at this page again. On to what EMP would describe as good presents for people. I don't particularly think any of these so far look like good presents for people, especially when you've got a 2020 holiday jumper and just a standard Rammstein hoodie. I don't see why that even comes in the Christmas stuff. I suppose if you're just buying merch for people, someone will want it at the end of the day, but nothing here particularly screams at me. I don't know. Maybe there's just something that's destroyed Christmas for me recently, which is quite likely. Genuinely, if you're wanting to buy someone something in the sort of, and they've got the rock metal sort of passion behind what they do, are you going to buy them something that they could just get all year round? I've never really seen the point in waiting till a set time of year to buy someone something if I think it's what they'd like. Hopefully you can't hear the bidman outside. I'm filming this at 7 AM because I work nights. So, any of this stuff could just be sat in a Primark all year round. So I don't see why these are great presents. So fuck this. Let's have a look at what they would consider to be small presents. I can tell already this is going to be shit. So we've got socks, hoodies, more socks, a belt, a Rammstein doormat, an AC/DC storage box for Hell's Bells. I suppose if you want a stash tin that's blatantly obvious, go nuts for it. Salka hat Vixen beanie. If you want to look like you're about to rob a corner shop in the middle of southeast London, that's the beanie you want to buy. That's what I always saw them wearing when they went in. Fuck me. Never moving back down there. Again, these small presents. You've got things ranging from, how much are these socks? $13.99. Swear I've seen them in Primark for cheaper. And there's, where was it? The Lilo and Stitch wristwatch for $36.99. I'm sure some people would consider that a small present. Unfortunately, I've had a lot of financial expenditure this year and I had to move a fair distance. I wouldn't consider these small presents. These would be in why is there a straw hat? That's going to be One Piece, right? Because the TV series, movie, whatever came out. $23.99 for a straw hat with a red bit of fabric around it. Just because it's One Piece branded. But I like anime. I've got enough of a shelf up there that really shows that I'm a disgusting fucking nerd. But, you know, I wouldn't spend $23.99 on a straw hat. I don't think that's a good present. I don't think that's a small value present to get. I might just be incredibly tight with my money, but all of this just feels really bad and slimy, and they're taking advantage of people. These two websites, in all honesty, I think are fucking shit. I would not advise anyone point relatives at these places if they want to get something rock metal sort of themed someone for Christmas. Especially don't point a parent or a grandparent at getting something from here for anyone. If you're going to get them anything, your best bet is probably going to Amazon. Obviously, with Amazon, you have slightly higher chance that anything on here is going to be incredibly bootleg. I've bought things on here before that claimed they were from the WWE shop. Yes, wrestling nerds, obvious enough now. It turned out I was getting bootlegs. I thought I was buying something from like a New Japan outlet on here. It was the bootleg Bullet Club t-shirt. I was fucking fuming. I bought an NWO t-shirt from here, went to go meet Scott Hall, he called me out on it being bootleg. Can't blame him for being pissed off with me. Now, at least with some of this stuff already, you've got music that I suppose would be quite handy to have, because I'm obviously sick of all the same old fucking Christmas tunes that are always going on. Hopefully I've got something in the background that isn't the same old Christmas shit going on. And, well, already there seems to be things that are slightly less awful. Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock Metal Snowflake. Wow, that is a lot better, I think, than what was on sale on the MP. I have, however, just noticed that this is the American version, so let me quickly flick over to the British site. There we go. Beautifully signed out so you can't see my address. And already, customised card. Yeah, it's not great, but it's something at least. And the music again, brilliant. Hail Santa t-shirt is far less cringe than some of the shirts that were out. Metal Christmas is, however, super fucking cringe. That Metallica bauble isn't fucking awful. Again, the parody Slayer shirt, rock and metal Christmas music. Pirate Stole My Christmas if you're into that pirate metal sort of vibe. Instantly, and I know Amazon is a trash company, but instantly, this feels already like it's not complete shite. I mean, it probably is when you actually buy it, but there's something there that's actually worth it. There we go. Iron Maiden chair, I'm sure someone would want that. That would actually go well as a pretty big Christmas present. If someone's a huge Maiden fan, why not get him a massive desk chair? Boney M doesn't really come under rock and metal. Miniature of Jimmy Page's Led Zepp guitar, kind of cool. Rock and Roll Christmas, yeah, sure, someone would want it. Heavy metal box, again, someone probably want it. Another Maiden shirt. I'm not convinced about the legitimacy of that one, but hey, I could be wrong. Never wrong for the baubles again. Another ugly sweater. This is genuinely upsetting. No, I think I'm going to call it after this and not look at my fourth site that I had lined up. I'm just going to call it here. If you want to get someone in your life something that's rock or metal related for Christmas, you're probably better off just getting them what you give them any other time of year. Just get them something different, or avoid the genre of it entirely. Unless, of course, they really like King Diamond, in which case, get them this. That's actually kind of cool. Unfortunately, I don't like King Diamond, so I give no fucks. Wow, I regret filming this one already. If you have any comments on any of this shit that I've managed to look at, or have any sites that people might actually like to use for Christmas purchasing needs, give it a shout down in the comments, because Big Free is shit. And it's like Valentine's. Don't wait for a specific time of year to buy someone something. Just get them it when you feel it, when you see it. It's probably going to be better for them. And make it come from the heart. Don't make it come from some curated list. I was never going to tell people what to buy. I was going to tell you what to avoid. Oh my god, half of this is shit. This, however, doesn't seem like an awful album. That is, again, if you like the band, look around. Have a lovely December. Don't get too much Christmas shit forced on you. See you next week. Bye.